Everybody get up.
Welcome to Body Shop.
And I am the very shy, infamous body mechanic NYC.
Troublemaker. I'm so glad to be back to Body Shop. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it feels like
I thought it was
2
only
years.
I thought it was only like 3 hours.
No. Yeah, right.
What?
Yes, I'm so glad to be back. How are you, Body Mechanic?
I'm good, Chella.
Happy Valentine's weekend and all of that.
Yes. Happy Valentine's Day for everybody. Why you ask me a question? Just stop me in the middle.
I didn't stop.
Stop in the name of love.
I just put my hand.
Wait a minute. That was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Valentine's Day is every day, all year long.
Chella.
Yes.
Hold on. For some reason, I feel blinded.
Why?
Because all the bling from your chest is hurting my eyes. Oh, my God.
This is nice. It's nice for Valentine's Day.
Wait a minute. That looks like a Figueres special.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Hold on a second. Imported by Figueres.
You
That's
are
what
so
I mean.
bad.
See what I mean?
Stop it.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop in name of love. Go ahead, Chell. Tell them about our show.
Well, welcome to Body Shop TV. We're all about wellness and relationships to help in the longevity of both. Today we have a very special contest going on. If you call in, the number's on the bottom of the screen, I'm sure, with the most craziest, outrageous thing you've ever done in the name of love, we have a $50 gift card for Main Catch, which is in Comac, one of our sponsors. So please give us a call and share with us your wildest experience that you've done for love.
You can have a big, juicy lobster on us if you have the most outrageous story for love.
For love.
That could be anything.
Bye, McKay. Have you ever done anything crazy for love?
Yeah, but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, you promise?
Because I'm really shy.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Because I don't want people to realize how nuts the body mechanic really is.
I did something pretty crazy.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
I bet you did, Chella.
Yeah.
What'd you
It
do
was, it was more exciting than crazy.
What'd you do that was crazy?
When I was married, my husband was a flugelhorn player, and he was an avid fan of Dizzy Gillespie. And we were living in Orlando, and Dizzy Gillespie just happened to be performing at this club in downtown Orlando called Valentine's. And so I called and spoke with his manager, who was his wife at the time, and I said, my husband is an avid fan of yours. It's his birthday. Can you please come to my home? I only live 4 miles from the Valentine's Club. She goes, oh, it's going to be too late. I don't think we're going to make it. I can't do it. So I gave her my information just in case. And I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning. My doorbell rang. I jumped out of bed. Are you excited? It's an exciting story.
No, it's really exciting.
Wait, you're distracted by my chest?
No, by the blingage.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Get
sorry.
used to it. So
Wait a minute.
What?
Those red crystals say Figueres. They do. Oh my God, I'm getting like subliminal messages. I'm sorry.
So anyway, the doorbell rang at 3 o'clock, 3:30, and it was Dizzy Gillespie, his wife, and 2 other people. And so I wake up my husband, and in 10 minutes, I cannot get him out of bed. He doesn't believe that Dizzy Gillespie's in the living room.
Really?
So Dizzy pulls out his trumpet and starts playing. Whoa, why did he do that? My husband jumped out of bed, and it was like an awesome, awesome 3 hours they spent with us. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty wild.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't know if I would win a $50 gift card, but
No, but it's pretty exciting.
Cool.
Had Dizzy Gillespie in your home playing.
Right?
Yeah, for one of his favorite fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah. He was in town because I was working with Gladys Knight and her 2 brothers on a product called Enjoy's, a frozen yogurt that was back in '88.
A frozen yogurt?
Yeah, called Enjoy.
Yes. Yeah. Enjoy. Like in game?
Enjoy.
Oh, enjoy.
Yes.
I got you.
So come on, give me some hot toddy body mechanic.
You know what's interesting?
I want you to fill me in. I've been gone 2 weeks. I'm so excited.
But before we touch that, I want to talk about something that happened last night. Do you remember when we were watching that thing, when we went to eat, and when we were watching that thing?
What thing?
About the skaters last night?
Oh, yeah.
Guess who won?
Who?
The one that we saw that fell twice at the beginning.
Because he had so many points ahead of everybody else. Remember I told you? He won?
He won. Well, he actually was the best skater.
No, I thought the Latino guy was.
No. When you look at the routine, look what the guy was doing.
Yeah, that's true. He was pretty
It's
good.
just that when we see someone make mistakes, we're like, there's no way they can
Right.
win.
I just
But he had
disqualified
gathered
him.
so many points. It was so funny. I saw it in the paper.
And the outfits that those guys wear, they're like real
I don't know.
feminine
They're
looking.
like hybrid men. Well,
Yeah.
someone told me about my pajamas today. My pants.
I think they're hot.
They're nice.
I like
think they're
the
nice.
feel of them.
Well, you know the deal. Clothes can't turn a man into a woman. So if you think so, then you're on the wrong planet. I'm making you a special love concoction here, Chella
I'm
Chella.
scared of you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a double dose. Yeah. Foul.
What's in that body
Huh?
mechanic?
If I tell you, gotta kill you, Chella.
Oh, it smells good.
Smell that. Smells like food.
I don't think you put enough in.
No, you want too much because you'll be in the air. Go, no, you don't want to do that.
Okay. So
So-
come on, catch me up. I'm so excited to be here.
You missed a good show last week. But you
I
did
did.
call in.
I watched it.
You were a little
It was
testy. I noticed that when you called in.
Testy?
I felt testiness.
No, I was.
Yeah, something about the cookies.
No, I was very relaxed. I had done a lot of stuff for many hours, and I was just relaxing.
But you came in with like that low voice, like body mechanic.
I was
Don't
I
get
was
the
lying down.
Oh, real? No, but it was more like body mechanic. Don't get the cookies twisted.
I was lying down. I was, comfortable, and I was relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to
Alright.
give my input.
Were you sleeping with the bling on?
No. No. You gonna put this in there?
Chella,
What?
can you let me do what I got to do?
All right,
You
go
just
ahead.
go ahead and tell me about how you were feeling when you called in, because I felt some tension.
Oh, I was relaxed actually. I had been active for many, many hours, and I was relaxing. And I happened to put on my tablet and saw you guys for the last 20 minutes. I just wanted to get my little 2 cents about giving up the cookies.
So-
That's what it was about.
Well, the show last week, we talked about
I'm having a hot flash.
relationships. We
Uh-huh.
talked about, what else did we talk about? It was, we had Georgina Woodbine,
Right.
and she wrote a book on how to find the perfect mate or a perfect man, which I thought was very interesting. Also, we had Lev Ash, and he is a business relationship guru.
Right.
Would I say that right?
Yeah.
Basically, he goes and he assesses businesses, and based on the internal relationship between the owner and
He's
the
not a
employees.
coach. He's not a business coach.
No, he doesn't like that term. He's very specific. I noticed that about people from Israel. They are very, very specific about their labels. So,
And we had Roseanne Simeon co-hosting with you.
yes, and it was such a great synergy of people.
You do
and-
so well when I'm not around, Body Mechanic.
What?
I'm so proud of you.
Don't even
You do-
try it,
No,
Chella.
really, you don't
no,
need
no,
me.
No.
You know what? I think I'll make an
I am only
announcement.
half of one without you.
Oh, please. I think I should.
I'm like 0.5.
I think I should retire.
Don't
and
even
just-
try it.
And you could just do Body
I don't know
Shop
anything
TV,
about
Body Shop Radio,
Yeah,
or,
don't even
or
try
by
it.
yourself.
Oh,
Like,
cut
just
it out,
this-
Oprah. Don't even try it. Don't pull an Oprah.
No,
on me,
because I'm going
okay?
to be doing a lot of
you're gonna-
traveling.
Oh, that's right, because you're going to start the C Network.
I already have an island.
Yes. Folks, this is raw honey. Honey is good. Oh, we're going to be talking about foods later.
Sexy foods.
Sexy foods. Foods you should be aware of in order to enhance your sexual and emotional connection with that ultimate partner. And honey is one of those things. But more important, let me recap the week, because there's a few things that happened this week that are quite disturbing, folks.
Oh, yes.
We
Got a phone call.
We do?
We received a phone call, you and I.
Yes. Oh, are we going in about that?
Yeah, let's
That happened before you left. No.
But the
How
second, no, that happened when I came back, didn't it?
Well, Chella has a network of friends who operate in various realms, and I went to a gathering that one of Chella's friends had a birthday party, who is now my friend also, and there we met a bunch of healers, and so we get a call. Chella got a call. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
It was when I came back.
Oh yeah, when you came
Few
back.
Monday, I think.
Was it? That's why we went.
Yeah, Monday. No, Wednesday. No,
Last week.
No, no, it was Monday.
Was it?
Yeah, when I came back.
Okay. So, this lady had been in food service for several years, many years actually, and her mother had some health concerns. So she called for the body shop team, and we went in, we assessed the scene like Batman and Robin. So, I mean, Batwoman and Robin. And when we got there, everything seemed cool, you know. The lady had several health concerns. She had some issues with her colon. Well, she didn't have a colon, right?
No, she had a colostomy bag.
She had what do you call it?
Colostomy.
A colostomy bag. And I think she had one kidney. And she also had markings she also had Graves' disease.
Right.
She was in her 80s and was absolutely one of the sweetest women I have ever met.
She
Matter
is.
of fact, she reminded me of my grandmother. I felt an instant connection with her when I saw her. So, you know, the work was on. So I did a couple of assessments, asked her some things about her beverages, and then I asked her about her eating habits. So once we concluded that portion of our journey together at the house, then she started dropping some really great information on us. And if I'm not mistaken, she said that for 30-something years, she had been dousing her body with mineral spirits. Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. WD40.
40.
I'm going in. 40.
WD-40.
And Chella and I was sitting down, and
I couldn't believe what I heard.
I almost lost, I was lost for words.
So I immediately grabbed my cell phone
Yes.
and I opened up the Google app and I researched the ingredients of WD-40 and started reading other articles about myths of people who thought that WD-40 is beneficial to be put on topically. And
So-
it's
right,
totally
because it
false.
soaks in, and apparently it reduces inflammation, which is possible. But the deal is, WD-40 is a petroleum distillate. And if you know anything about petroleum distillates, I mean, it's in many products. Vaseline, it's in baby oil. Petroleum distillates are used in food. And understand this, folks, it is not supposed to be introduced to the body in any way, shape, or form. Your young child, and I'm not trying to veer off topic here, I just want you to understand that when you don't understand the basics of how the body works, how pathologies and things can happen to you, and you're just blindsided because we don't take the time to understand what's truly important in understanding our health. It needs to be the priority. So, petroleum distillates, 30 years, 3 or 4 organs later, and we meet this lady. So we gave her a couple of health there's some things that changed right down to beverage recommendations and also food recommendations. And I think that, Chella, you talked to her daughter a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, she's now walking. She's doing about 1,000 steps a day.
Right, because when we met her,
She wasn't
she
hardly
was
walking.
she was barely walking. She had like a
cane
She
or
had a
something.
cane, and
She's drinking. Well, she was a water drinker anyway.
she wasn't a water drinker.
Yeah, she said she was.
Yeah, but she drank Yeah, but look at all this stuff she drank.
Yeah.
How can you drink water when you
Lots
drink?
of tea.
Lots of tea. That's another thing. We're gonna have a show on that, talking about caffeine and teas, because so many people have that as a.
But that was quite an experience to sit and hear someone talk about using WD-40 on their body for 40 years.
Folks, there's a lot of things out there that we do that have been passed down for a couple of years, but we don't question it. We just trust that the companies that are putting products out there have our best interests at heart. Understand this: when something is used for hardware, your body is not hardware.
Well, you know, you have to consider the source. Think about where she come from. And it was like a passed down old wives' tale or home remedy that she was taught.
She said she saw it on the news, or she saw it in an article. That's what she said.
Well, that's why they had so many articles combating that. It's a myth. It's not true. She came out with a gallon.
Well, I want you to think about something. Most people are not concerned about, most businesses are not concerned about health. But if those articles are being generated, it's because things have happened to people, but people were doing it. In order for those articles to be put out there, people were actually using it. And I do believe that someone probably got rendered some relief by using it.
Right.
But the deal is, over time, with all the other side effects and, you know, the mineral spirits, you're just not supposed to have that stuff in your body. There's other ways to reduce inflammation in your body.
Right.
And it's just unfortunate. But look at the conviction she had.
Yeah,
You know? She must have had some relief.
she did. Oh, do you think it was psychological? It could have been psychosomatic.
You can't psychosomatically block pain. I guess you can.
Yes, yeah,
You
it's
can. Yeah, but if
psychological.
you have arthritis and your joints are hurting, you can't really block that. You can't.
Wow, that was quite an experience. Well, I'm glad she's on the road to getting better, getting stronger. I can't wait to see her. We're going to see her another week.
Yeah. Yeah. But on another note, some other things that happened this week that was quite disturbing. I think it was either Tennessee or Missouri. Two parents that had a young 4-year-old daughter
Oh, that was terrible.
called themselves punishing their daughter because she snuck grape soda from the refrigerator without their approval. I want you to understand something, folks, about the addiction of sweet things. I'm pretty sure that the parents had their child's best interests at heart. So they took their punishment to their 4-year-old child was having her drink 2 liters of grape soda. So let me tell you what happened. The 2 liters of grape soda actually removed most of the sodium from her brain, and she died. She died, Chella.
I know.
It's pretty horrible. But I can tell you this, folks. If you want to curb your child's appetite about sugar, guess what? There's a very simple remedy. First of all, most children do not have a job. Most of them do not have a source of income. Their source of income is you. So, if you don't want them to have these sugary things, don't buy it. Because once you start them, they can't stop. They have no control over it. It's just that simple.
That was a terrible story.
Terrible. What?
Terrible
Beyond
story.
terrible, Chella. Beyond terrible. And I see it time and time again. Sugar is really, really, businesses really just, it's all about profit for the sake of health.
Talk about the grandparents and the grandchild yesterday.
Oh, yesterday when I was going to the TV show, the radio show, I stopped into this restaurant, and it was interesting.
You want to give the name of the restaurant?
No. So I'd taken the train, and I was waiting for Chell to pick me up because I live in the city. So I happened to be near White Castle. So I went inside, and I got myself some tea, and I sat down. And I was listening to people come inside the restaurant. So all of a sudden, I hear these couple. I hear this couple talking, and there's a young child with them. I looked at their age. I looked at the child. So you can assume that they were the grandparents. And this is very interesting because last week, in fact, the last couple of weeks, all I've heard about is family feuds between adults and their parents when it comes to raising their children. So let me just segue back. So all of a sudden, the mother is ordering food for the child. She says, oh, let me get a couple of hamburgers, some French fries, and I'd like to get some apple juice. And the kid goes, no, Grandma. Well, what do you want? I want cheesy fries. I said, and I was like, oh my God, we're going nowhere fast with this. Cheesy fries. And I don't want any juice, Grandma. I want soda. So is that all you want? Yes. Large cheesy fries and some soda. Great. So I turn around and look. I see the man come over with his grandchild, and they're looking at the soda dispenser. Because see, now they serve you the liquid crack out in the open. They don't care now. So the kid goes up and grabs the container and sticks it by the diet soda. Because when you look on the labels, the diet soda emblem is sexier than the Coke emblem. So the kid's like looking at it. He's like, okay, I'll take that one. And the grandfather goes, are you sure that's diet? You want that? And like it took every ounce of power in my body not to say like, you're giving your kid brain cancer by drinking that. But I just stayed in my place. So the grandfather gets the kid's Coke. So now this is the kid's dinner with his grandparents. Cheesy fries and Coca-Cola. Very nutritious, I must say. Folks, let me share something with you. Raising a child being healthy is a team effort. Grandparents out there, I want you to listen very, very closely. I understand that you love your grandchildren, but understand this. When you allow them to pick their foods, because they're not going to pick anything healthy. Everything's going to be sugary, and it's going to be bad food for them. Every time that child goes back to their parents, it makes it more and more difficult for their parents to police them and give them the proper foods. Because once they taste that bad food one time, they no longer want to drink water. They no longer want to eat real food. Do yourself a favor as a grandparent. Don't make your children have to pay extensive hospital bills because you, for a few moments, want your grandchild to feel like they are the king or the queen of the planet. Parenting doesn't stop with the parents. It happens with the grandparents also.
All right,
it has
hold
to
on.
be unity.
Hold
it really
on.
does.
Hold on, body mechanic.
What?
In defense of grandparents, they have to be educated first. Look where they come from.
But this is why I'm saying this, because we
that's-
got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen overnight. That takes a lot of work.
I understand, but
You have to go back and spend time with them and educate them so that they can be a role model, an influence to their grandkids.
right.
And better yet, it should start with the parent teaching the child how to eat.
But it's obvious that the parents don't know. That's why we have this show, to educate. It got to start somewhere. So whether it starts at White Castle, or if it starts in the house, or if it starts at McDonald's, it's got to start somewhere. The ripple effect, we have to throw the rock in the water and the ripples go out. The deal is it has to start somewhere. That's all. Doesn't make a difference about the parents or the grandparents. The child is the one that's going to suffer.
Right.
Right? Because when that child goes to school, because their breakfast is inundated with sugar and they can't sit still, the parent gets a call. You know what? Your child is uncontrollable. What we recommend in these situations is something like Ritalin.
Ritalin.
Yes, Ritalin. And then the next thing you know, you get this child that's vibrant and happy, and then you flash forward 2 weeks and the child is saying like this.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Junior? Nothing, Ma. That's the trade-off.
Yeah.
That's the reality check, and we got to
That's
throw it.
true.
We got to throw it in their face. We got to make them feel uncomfortable. I'm talking with this tone because it's a serious, serious problem. You know how many parents talk about? You know how many parents feud with their parents about their child, and then the parents like, "I raised you,"
Right.
blah blah blah. It's always a power struggle. But
Right.
this is your child. Now there needs to be a community effort. I don't know, Chella.
I think we should go to the churches and start educating the congregations.
Yes.
I'm
Absol-
serious.
No, I'm serious too.
Because every black church that I've been to, they celebrate by feeding their congregants fried chicken, collard greens that has fat back in it, smoked neck bones in it, potato salad. I mean, the food is really good though. Potato salad.
No, you know
All
what?
these-
I disagree. It's not good.
No, it tastes good. You know it does, body mechanic. But what I'm trying to say is they need to be educated so that we can begin to incorporate doing vegetation on their property.
They don't even know what taste is. First of all, I'm going in. Black, red, green, or
I
indifferent.
gotta hold on. I'm scared.
Yeah, you better hold on and shake it up because it's popping. There might be a stampede outside. Let
I'm
me tell you
scared.
something. First of all, eating grease that's been cooked. You know what? I happened to filter through Queens with your daughter, you know, when I dropped her off last week. And I stopped into a restaurant. It was a southern style restaurant. When I walked in, I looked at the bins, and what I saw was oil, tomatoes, meat that's been overcooked. Yes, I understand that it has some appeal to taste buds, but understand this, once it goes beyond that, it wreaks havoc on your body.
Right.
Black people are dying, people of color are dying of diabetes, hypertension, all kinds of problems. Rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Graves' disease. And no one's like, well, how can that happen? It's a mystery. And then when they sit in front of the doctor goes, it's a black disease. Hypertension.
The great white coat.
Yes, all those cured foods got nothing to do with it. You know what? You may want to drink a little water once in a while and take 9 of these pills and you'll be good to go.
Right.
No, when you eat real food, you could taste real food, it's a complete difference from what they're doing. What they're tasting is spices and oil.
But again, body mechanic is an overhaul of education.
Yes.
We need to identify a church that will open their doors to 2 radical individuals to keep it
And
real.
boy, girl, you are one. I could tell. Can I rub your heart?
Let's see,
God.
He's so stupid.
Those crystals are hot.
No, seriously, we need to find a church that'll let us in and keep it real for one moment. All we need is 30 minutes.
Imagine how many lives we'll save. I mean,
mean,
you'll save because you'll touch
Just
them.
for a church to start doing an organic garden on their property, that's a great start.
Yeah.
So listen, we're going to take a break right now.
And I'm getting hyped up now. I
I
feel
know
my
you
blood
are.
pressure going up.
I give you some water, cool you down.
Right.
So
Hold on a second.
don't forget, give us a call with your sexiest, hottest, most exciting
Outrageous thing you done for love.
in the name of.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Dad, where do babies come from?
Well, there's that big, shiny rocket ship. That's right, it's filled with babies of all kinds. And when the shiny rocket ship penetrates, mommy and dad goes, and when the time is just right, there's a space launch.
All systems go.
Babies of all kinds, released all over the place. Yeah, Africa. Mommy's Babylandia. That's right, it's filled with babies. After an amazing 9 months, babies. And that, son, is where babies come from.
But Jake said babies come from
Planet Babylandia.
You know, play with us on the bus.
wheels on the bus
Go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round. All
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella. I'm so glad to be back on Body Shop TV, by the way.
Well, no one told you to leave, Chella. They just left because Duty called.
Duty did call.
And I am the...
Duty did call?
Oh, Duty. Oh, that sounds kind of fresh. And I'm the Body Mechanic NYC, drinking a hot toddy. Yes.
So I just want to bring everybody up to date. In 2 days is February 17th, and we're going to be hosting our monthly Touch Sensorium. This is where we secure a venue and invite people to come in free of charge. The Body Mechanic and I are both body workers, and we're going to be providing free massages, free veggie juicing, and other wellness modalities. This month, February 17th, it'll be at the Awesome Jewel on Broad Hollow Road in Melville. So come get your rub on from 7 to 10 p.m. this Monday, Friday, February 17th.
Well, if Chella decides to get her do some rubbing, but usually Body Mechanic does most of the rubbing.
Yeah, that only happened one time, Body Mechanic.
Yeah,
that
okay.
is so unfair.
Yeah, okay.
1 month, my nails just decided to grow on their own. And they were too long to do massages. So I just, looked cute, just walked around being the hostess.
Chella just had me rubbed out, worked me like a horse.
Oh, you know what? You're full of it.
First of all, I worked.
All the women
I worked all day. I worked all day, and then I get there, and like everyone's waiting in line. I got thrown out of my massage chair, and I'm just like work. They had to pour water on me because I was just beads of sweat were just rolling off me.
You're
I was
so
rolling.
dramatic.
In fact, it was so much perspiration I didn't have to use oil anymore. What?
All the girls were online for the Body Mechanic to touch them.
That is not true.
They just wanted his hands over them. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Don't even try, Chella. But it was great. Remember the hors d'oeuvres and stuff that they had? They had
very healthy.
Yes,
Spinach.
very healthy spinach and.
It's great. I love that venue, Joe.
Oh my God, that place is beautiful. The lights are dim.
My favorite place is the men's room.
I bet.
Let me tell you why. When you're standing in front of the urinal, I was invited to come into the men's room to look at it by the owner, by the way. When you're standing in front of the urinal, there's a wall, a collage of people taking pictures. And every so many inches, there are holes, there are camera lenses. And when you begin to urinate, the cameras and the lights light up and start taking pictures of you.
I know, because I was like shaking, all of a sudden the camera fly, like, oh my God, what is going on in here?
And there are voices saying, oh, you're not that big. Oh, put that away. You got to go to this place. It's awesome.
Did I sound like this?
Jewel, Broad Hollow Road in Melville.
So
February
crazy.
17th. And also on March 6th, we're going to be hosting our 1-year anniversary gala. The Body Mechanic and I have been on the road hosting a radio and TV show for a year, pretty much. And we have a number of honorees. As a matter of fact, the 4 owners of Madhouse TV are our honorees. And Annie and Paulie, our engineers for our show, are also our honorees. And a slew of other people. Teresa Hart, who's on her way over here today. And we're just grateful for these people who have been placed in our world that have had an impact on us in one way or another. We just want to give back.
Absolutely. We want to give back and have a day of socializing and just giving love and sharing it and just growing the bubble.
So
That's
we
what
have
it's
tickets.
about.
Tickets are here. They're $65 a piece. And tickets will not be sold at the door. So you can get your ticket by logging onto our website, bodyshopenterprises.com. My favorite part of the gala is our band. We have a Body Shop band. How cool is that?
That's like the $100,000 band.
Body Shop band. I'm totally excited. So that's March 6th, and that's going to be at the awesome Carlisle at the Palace in Plainview. That
Oh my
place
God,
is
that
hot.
venue is so hot.
Really, really nice.
We're gonna have blue lights.
If we can get some sponsors, yeah. Mucho dinero, baby. Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
Breakfast.
And rent.
Breakfast and rent.
So, Body McCann, let's talk about food.
What do you want to know about food, Chella?
I want to talk about sexy Valentine's weekend food.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you want to do that?
Because that's the season.
The season about food?
Yeah. Sexy food. Sexy Valentine's
Why
food.
does the food have to be sexy?
Because it's Valentine's weekend. I mean, you could do it any time of the year, but this is like extra special. People go in.
They do they? Interesting. Sexy foods.
So last night you were talking about honey as being one of the sexy foods. Raw, organic honey.
Yes, honey is one of the foods. And, well, first and foremost, folks,
I love
before I
honey.
get specifically into the foods, I would like to talk about hydration. That's raw honey, Chella.
This is awesome.
That's raw honey. Raw, like.
Yeah, I know, like.
So silly.
Cholesterol or hydration?
First thing you want to do is make sure that you hydrate your bodies, okay? Because if you don't hydrate your body, the energy level's low, you feel irritable, you just can't be in a loving mood. I mean, water is the first thing. Any caffeinated beverages will stimulate you and, make you irritable. What we want to do is we want to be settled, relaxed, so water is the precursor. I know that sounds boring because most of us, we like to get our drink on, but let me tell you something. First of all, for sexual activity, alcohol can actually be a bad thing for men. Not necessarily for women, but definitely for men.
Why is that, body mechanic?
Well, it's because of what alcohol does to the liver and what it does also to brain tissue.
Break it down. So I can educate the men in my circle.
No, that's all right. I'm not
Look,
going there.
come on.
I don't want them to know anything.
Well, listen,
What do you mean the men in your circle?
our listeners, our engineers, the owners, the men in my circle, they want to know. Please do tell, body mechanic.
Well, that's because alcohol suppresses liver function. That's what it does.
Does it make you?
And it's also a diuretic. It dehydrates the body.
Does it make you impotent?
No, but where a man would be aroused by looking at a woman, it suppresses, it acts like an opiate.
Well, that's interesting because a lot of people who go to bars and they get super drunk, they become super horny.
They become relaxed because they're drugged.
And they feel invincible.
But it's not the natural pathways.
All right, so if they're drinking, and there's a lot of alcohol in their systems, and they're excited and horny, when they go to perform, you're saying that they're not going to be able to?
They're actually, well, there's a whole bunch of train of thoughts about this. Because what happens is it has like an opiate effect on the brain. That's what alcohol does. It kind of numbs your senses. You're going through the motions, but you're not really connected. People that are both drunk are really not themselves. Rather than someone who is alert and can smell things and you feel things more. But alcohol doesn't do it. And alcohol has a numbing effect. It really does. It anesthetizes you.
But go ahead.
And I want to throw something out there. The big thing about the interaction between two people and alcohol is this. A lot of things that people would not normally do, when they get the drink, they get liquid courage. And what that means is that it numbs them to their environment.
Right.
So a lot of the processes in the brain get thrown to the side.
Right, they feel invincible
Right.
and all their barriers are down.
And where two people actually have a better connection when they are alert, you no longer have that.
Right.
So here you can have the sexual act and not even be connected to your partner. So they may think that it's enhancing things, but it's really not. Those are people that wake up in the morning and go, oh shit, who are you? That happens a lot. If you're sober and you're alert, you know who that person is.
It's called the oh shit syndrome.
Let me tell you something. I bounced in nightclubs for many years, and I'll never forget not drinking and watching how people transform, in a club. And at the end of the night, I would see men walking out with women. They were so anesthetized that they were like carrying them. And I would always intervene. I go, you know what? I know you mean well for this young lady, but she's going to take this cab by herself. I can't tell you how many times I almost got into fights. But then I would have to say, and if you have a problem with this, maybe this is the last time you should be able to come to this club. And then they were so no one messes with the bouncer. But at the end of the day, I'm a father. I have a daughter. I come from a family where women were nurtured. And that's one thing I hate. I hate to see men pump women with alcohol. And then the other thing about socializing is if you need to anesthetize yourself to socialize, you should not be in that environment. You need to start over. And that's it. So alcohol is just, it's never a good thing.
Well, I know a lot of people who will disagree with you.
They can, and they can bring their argument. But at the end of the day, trust me, if you're drinking, you're not connected to your partner. You're connected to the booze, and that's about it. But when you have to look, let me tell you something. Most people can't even look people in the eyes until they had a couple of drinks. You know?
Well,
there's
because
no
they have issues. They're
But that's my
self-esteem
point.
issues, inhibited.
But this is my point. It allows you. So what do? Every time you have an encounter with somebody, it has. And then what happens is that becomes a commonplace for that relationship.
Right.
If sex is always going to be something you have to have alcohol, you have to have something to anesthetize you to have it. After a while, you spend years with that person, you don't even know who your partner is. Once you start down that path, it's to the point of no return.
So we have to be hydrated.
Got to be hydrated. So if anything, take a shower together. Hopefully the water is not chlorinated. Have some scents in the shower. You know, have some lavender, maybe some geranium, things like that, you know, to stimulate the sense of smell. But let me tell you something. Don't let alcohol do your job for you. That bar is a business. Those clubs are businesses. They do not care about your health. They want you to drink as much as you can, then send you home, and then have you come back next week. I'm telling you, they do not care about your health. Body Shop Enterprises cares about your health and your well-being.
Body mechanic, I have to interrupt you. There's a little girl, my girlfriend named her daughter after me. Her name was Alicia. Is she the gorgeous thing? Isn't she beautiful? Can we get a
But
close-up?
she has no bling on her.
No, not yet. But I'm going to teach her. Is she the most beautiful thing? Look at her.
Wait a
She's
minute.
So
You
cute.
sure that's not your baby?
She looks like me, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, secrets. Listen, face to face. She looks like me. Isn't she gorgeous?
She is. She is. I remember we met. Remember, was
You
that the
met
one
her
I
mom?
met? Yeah, I
Yeah.
met her mom.
Her name was
That's
Alicia.
awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so let's get to sexy food. So
All right,
show you how you can produce those. You know what? I tell you what. Let's pay some bills, and we come back.
Again?
Yes. We'll pay some bills, and we come back. We're going to talk about foods that promote healthy sex life.
I like it.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful frame prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV.
My name is Chella.
You got Chell on the mind, body mechanic? Poor thing.
Oh.
You're not alone.
No, I got bling on the brain. Yeah, I know I'm not alone.
Stop making fun of my bling. I like it.
No. All right.
Food. Sexy
That's Chella,
foods.
and I'm the Body Mechanic NYC. We're going
Yes.
hard. We're going to talk about foods that help with sexual performance to get you in the mood for that Valentine's weekend.
Yeehaw!
Yeah! So, make sure the biceps are working.
Oh, come on. Honey, talk about honey.
Huh?
Talk about honey.
Stop.
Yes.
Why you going through my list? Stop
Why
it.
you gotta
Stop.
read it? Don't you know
Stop.
it's not in your
Can
head?
you stop, Chella?
Body mechanic?
Stop it. All right. First thing is oysters.
Oh, I love oysters.
Ah, oysters.
I like
yeah.
I like them raw.
Probably the world's most well-known aphrodisiac food. Legend has it that the Casanova himself would devour about 50 oysters a day to help him on his romantic endeavors. With high amounts of zinc, oysters are rich in vitamin B and E to help you look beautiful, and it also encourages the production of sex hormones. So, folks,
Do you eat oysters, body
if
mechanic?
you meet some... Child, don't be blocking me, right?
No,
I'm going in.
It's answer me.
Do I eat oysters?
Yes.
I find every time that I eat them, and I have like the horseradish and the hot sauce and the why you laughing? And by the time I get finished, I have a stomach ache. I don't want to do nothing.
So just eat them raw, plain.
Eat 'em
Don't-
raw?
Don't put anything on it. Just go in.
I just go like,
Yeah, I love that.
ugh.
It's good.
Right.
Yes.
No, that's all right. I'd rather have my bee pollen. It's easier. So next on the list is figs.
Oh, I like figs.
Yes. Remember Renato's figs?
Yes.
I bet you do.
We have a friend.
Why you pausing?
What
What's up?
does that mean?
I'm just messing with you.
We have a friend who's an organic farmer, and he
Yes.
has about 4 or 5 fig trees on his property. And we go out there, he gives us fresh figs, and they're big, and they're awesome.
How big are they, Chella?
Like this.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's how big they are?
Yes.
I've never seen a fig that big.
All right, like
Okay,
this.
that's better.
Like this.
Yes. And
But
they're
they're
like
awesome.
Yeah, you were like hiding it like in your brassiere or something.
Yeah, I put it in my cleavage.
Yeah, was that to heat it up to make it like ripen faster?
No, so that nobody would eat them because everybody was trying to. There was only a few available at a time.
Oh my God!
Only a
Remember
few-
how they tasted?
They were awesome. Natural, not very sweet.
Okay, can I talk about figs now?
Yes.
Now we're talking about your
Yes.
brassiere and figs.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So figs have long been considered important symbol of fertility and sexuality, first making their appearance in the Bible.
Wow.
When Adam and Eve covered themselves in leaves, they were fig leaves.
You know why they did that, right?
I don't know, those leaves big or small?
They were very big.
Oh, I bet. And the sexy fruit has long been thought of as an exciting stimulant. According to scholars, it was also supposedly the sultry seductress Cleopatra's favorite food. Cleopatra with the fig.
I like that.
That'd
name.
been hot. Just Cleopatra with just fig leaves on her. Yeah. So, the next one of my favorite foods, which I consume on a daily basis, is
Honey. And can you imagine pouring
raw
this,
honey.
pouring this all over a shower curtain? You and your lover just having a ball. Right, body mechanic?
Tell her you are too much.
Ain't that right, body
I don't know
mechanic?
about pouring
Yeah,
honey on the
sure
shower
you
curtain.
don't, body mechanic.
Unless you have a curtain, a honey curtain, with a big bear on it.
Go to dollar store.
I don't know. Hold on.
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, sorry.
Go to dollar.
No. Just let that drip down your face.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Open
Bring
up.
it.
Open
bring
up.
it.
Open up. Oh! Nuts.
I love honey. No, but you know how great it is.
Oh my God, that was you got electricity running through you.
On a shower curtain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or baby oil.
Babe, did you say baby oil, folks? Hold up a second. LL is cool with the baby oil.
LL Cool J taught me that trick.
Yeah, baby oil and whipped cream. But let me share something with you. You got to stop the madness. Petroleum products are bad for your endocrine system. I'm sorry, I have to be the voice of reason. Baby oil, petroleum come from distillate products. They're petroleum distillate. They are bad for you. For those of you new mothers, stop slathering your young child with baby oil. It is toxic for them. And Vaseline. You know how many people put Vaseline on their face? Every day. Whatever you put on your skin, I'm going to be real quick with this. Whatever you put on your skin ends up in your bloodstream.
What's an alternative, body mechanic?
What?
So, for example, from in the hood, when a girl was getting ready to have a fight, she'd put Vaseline all over her face so she wouldn't get scratched.
She
So
could put honey on. Because if she gets hit and there's a bruise, the honey will start healing right away.
that's true.
Yes. Not only that, what happens is when someone hits her and they got honey on their knuckles, they be like, oh my God, you taste good. I don't want to hit you no more. Give me a hug, girl. See?
You're a genius.
What? You think so?
Yeah.
Call it honey dip. Well,
Honey dip.
So let's talk about honey. Honey is a great source of boron that is known to metabolize estrogen. So guys, when she slips off to the bathroom, put a tablespoon of honey in her drink. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that?
Yes, you did.
If she's drinking like, hot tea or something like that.
But tea is not good for you, remember?
Yeah. So it stimulates the sex hormone of the woman. Add some honey to warm milk, and it is sure to act like an instant sex stimulant.
Milk?
A natural and popular aphrodisiac, honey in its purest form is the best way to feel the effects.
Body mechanic, you said milk is not good for us. Breast milk is the best.
I know, I'm reading the article that talks about milk. So the only milk that I actually use, you are so funny.
Thank you.
The only milk that I actually use is if the milk came from boobies, breast milk. I used to have a girlfriend too who had very active glands. And she always had Band-Aids and like little things that, they were like little milk duds. Like they hold it. What? You never seen that? Some women have their hormonal balances off and they lactate all the time. I think it's kind of hot to see a woman with those wet spots. So check this out. So what you can do is you can get milk from Amish country, right? They have raw whole milk. You know it's illegal in this country actually to have raw milk.
Really?
Yeah, because the laws of pasteurization. And believe it or not, that is actually the best milk for you. It's all about protecting profit. As a matter of fact, when you take milk and pasteurize it, you kill all of the digestive enzymes. The top temperature is 190 degrees, and by the time it gets to your body's like, get that foreign invader out of me. You have all this mucus in your neckline, in your glands in your neck. It causes brain inflammation, whole bunch of hosts of things. We'll talk about milk another time. So you know what? Honey and milk, unless it's raw or the milk comes from Africa or China, which is the original cow, A2, cows.
Or the breast.
Right, or mother's breast. But even then, that's questionable because if that woman does not have a healthy diet, and if that woman used birth control pills, that baby should not be drinking that milk.
Yeah.
We're going to have a show. In fact, the body mechanic is going in a little bit when we have our guest today talking about the hormonal system and how it affects fibroid production.
Yes, we have Wanza Leftwich coming in soon.
Can you say her name again?
Wanza Leftwich.
Wow, that is a tongue-tasty name. Wanda Leftwich.
She's the author of a book called Faith and Fertility. She'll be here soon with us.
Ooh, the double Fs. MCO. What's up? Okay, next on the list. So remember, folks, the best way to utilize honey is just put it on your skin, tablespoon, put it in your mouth. I got to go on a little bit more about honey, just really quick. In your cabinet, the only thing you need as an antibiotic is honey. You can remove every single thing from your cabinet. Do you know that during the wars, the soldiers carry honey and bee pollen? Mm-hmm. When they get wounded and cuts and bruises, actually what healed them the best in the field was honey. And to this day, it works. You get burned, put honey on it. You get a cut, put honey on it. Your boyfriend or girlfriend bites you, put honey on the bite. It works, and it's cheap. It's cheaper than anything you're going to buy in the store. You can get a jar of raw honey for about $8. This is God's elixir. Okay, folks.
And bee pollen.
Okay. So, next is almonds. You may not think of those things, but almonds are another one. Roasted almonds actually smell really good.
That's with the candy coated. Like you go to the city in Manhattan, and the guys are roasting the candy coated.
Yeah, but they don't eat those things.
But they're still good, and they smell good.
Yeah, but they have like sugar on them.
Yeah, I know.
You know what's interesting? I got to go in. This is something that I noticed. I noticed that people come from many foreign lands. They never eat the food they serve to the Western population. Do you notice that? You go into a Chinese restaurant, and what happens? Their food is completely different from what they're serving. As a matter of fact, their meat is steamed. Their rice is white. You don't see them putting any kind of glazes or using any condiments. But yet, they give us the special food, fried rice, and they're browning it, and they're tossing it, and then I see them like, I'm like, what's that? Oh, this is a little MSG. Oh, yeah, it's a flavor enhancer. It's a flavor enhancer. What it is, it's a neurotoxin. It makes you continue to consume their food. I noticed that with Thai people. You go to a Thai restaurant, when you watch them sit down, you know what? You should always go to a restaurant at noontime. You want to see what food is good to eat by that particular culture? Go to the restaurant at noontime and watch what they eat. It's never what they have on the menu. As a matter of fact, sometimes when you ask them, can you have what they're having? They go, it's not on the menu, sorry.
How about we went to that Indian restaurant and they were eating together and we said, what are you eating? And they gave us some.
Yes.
It was totally different.
It was totally different.
And
it was good.
And it wasn't on the menu.
But we found that one disturbing thing.
Yeah.
They had that fake fish called
Tilapia.
tilapia, folks.
You're totally getting off the subject.
I know, but I can't help it because once you talk about food affects your mood, I can't help it. Okay, all right. We'll talk about tilapia another time. Just remember this. If you go to a restaurant, they serve you tilapia, tell them to send it back. Tell them to send it back to the farm where it came from.
And don't forget to give us a call about your most outrageous act in the name of love.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to talk about mine.
Yeah, me too.
Why? Because my...
Because it's
You
yours
see
is
what
so,
I mean,
No, because
Chella?
yours is so long,
Every
buddy.
time the body mechanic talks, Chella, voice drops 4 octaves. She's like, oh, okay,
No,
body mechanic.
because it's so
Oh,
long.
but when she talks about her juicing, she's like, well, yeah, so rub it on. Give me the honey.
That'll take 10 minutes.
Now it's the body mechanic's turn.
Whatever.
Oh, my, it is all about Chella.
That's right.
Blingalicious.
You knew that from
Fred
day
Garris.
one.
Okay, cool. So can I finish up?
Yeah.
Almonds. They might not look particularly arousing, but almonds have long been regarded as a symbol of fertility. Additionally, the aroma of roasted almonds is said to arouse desire in women. Oh my God, I should come out with a fragrance called Almondlicious. Rub it on, then hug them and watch their pupils dilate. What?
Body Shop Almondlicious.
Yes, Body Shop Almondlicious, and it comes with instructions. Rub almonds together and hold for 20 seconds. Guaranteed.
Yes. You're so funny.
Woo! Oh my God. Okay. And they have the most nutrients that impact well-being also.
But don't almonds have phytic acid that you so are against?
No, you have to roast them. You have to roast your nuts.
And then the phytic
Nuts,
acid will
the nuts. Yeah, you roast your nuts and then the phytic acid. No, not roasting.
Gotta
You have
boil
to-
them.
No, not boiling. Boiling doesn't do it.
Soak them.
They have to. How many more things do you have, Chella? You're getting there. You gotta come because you got dragged behind an airplane. So, what most grains, nuts, and seeds have in them, they have a constituent that protects them from their environment before they're ready to actually be harvested, and that is called phytate salts. What happens with phytate salts? Because of over-farming practices, a lot of these plants don't have their proper mineral balance. So this is what's interesting. When you ingest them into your body, what they'll do is you become the new host of that living plant or seed, and it will pull the nutrients from your body. It's called chelating or binding, literally. Most nuts, grains, and seeds will pull away zinc because most of the soils where foods are grown are deficient in zinc, deficient in magnesium, deficient in potassium, and deficient in calcium. So when you ingest these things, they wreak havoc and pull those minerals from your body. Most Westerners are suffering from mineral deficiencies. It's just that simple. So,
That's why the Celtic sea salt is so good.
right, because when you use Celtic sea salt or use things like pollen, what they do is they up your mineral load. They allow, and what minerals do, let me tell you something. Basically, when you ingest food, not to get off subject, when you ingest food, and people are like, body mechanic, you don't eat that much anymore. But what I do is I eat food in its smallest component. When you eat a piece of meat or you eat a piece of fruit, what your digestive juices do is take that food and break it down to its smallest components so your body can utilize it, because it can't use it in its solid form. When you eat bee pollen or any of those things, or you take minerals, it's already in its smallest component. Those things are distributed throughout the body to the proper organ so the organ can do its proper function. It's just that simple. That is just how the body works. So let's get back to our list of foods for love.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next on the list is the infamous, walla, 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 the banana. Big, small, or indifferent, the banana rocks the house. Little bananas can almost do what big bananas do, just takes longer.
But
Why are you scratching your nose, Chella?
I'm not scratching my nose. I just have a question.
What?
Is there a difference in the banana as far as nutrients if it's firm or soft?
Well, to kind of keep it PG and keep it good, because I know that a lot of our listening audience are people who are under the age of 15. So listen very closely. Now, first and foremost, bananas are not really grown in the U.S. because it comes from a tropical place. We all understand that. When you travel, for those of you who travel a lot, what you'll realize is that, like when I go to South America, I notice that the bananas are a lot larger there than they are here. And I also noticed that they're not as sweet. So let me tell you a few things that are going on. First of all, through hybridizing and blending crops, we have developed very, very sweet products. So the bananas that we get in the U.S., first of all, are very, very sweet. The other thing is this. Bananas, when they're pulled from their native country, they're pulled way before they're ripe. They're pulled when they're green. People who live in those countries go and pull, they call figs, they pull them off the tree, they're ready to rock and roll, they're ready to eat, but they're loaded with nutrients. We are getting something that has half the nutrient load. Another thing that we notice when we get to the supermarket, first of all, they're green. When you eat a green banana that's hard, your body can only process half of the banana. It's not ready yet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when the banana is spotted is when it's actually ripe. Another thing is, laying your bananas on the table actually hinders the ripening process. They make banana holders. It's a little hook that holds the banana up. It's very similar to the way it is on the tree.
And if you break them apart when you get home, they ripen quicker.
Yes, they work collectively as a unit. Oh my God, there's so much stuff from Lemon, it's really crazy, learning about how plants actually communicate with each other. We're going to talk about that with another time. But bananas are a great aphrodisiac food. So let's think about this. The nutritious fruit is rich in potassium, magnesium, and several vitamins. It has been regarded as a symbol of fertility as well, due to their phallic shape. What does that mean, Chella?
You asked me that last night.
Why'd you say it with such a low voice?
Because I don't want to do that again. Come on, keep reading.
No, but it'd be more fun now because now they can see you when you talk about it.
I don't want to.
So here, can you hold this phallic symbol? I don't know. Educate me, Chella.
It's okay.
Why are you acting all shy? Because usually you're very bold with your bananas. Okay. So, often referred to as the symbol of sexuality. Bananas also have vitamin B, which contributes to the production of sex hormones. That's right, folks. If you're out and about and you see somebody with a banana necklace, you know it's popping. So, what else do we have on the list? And this one is kind of strange. Carrots. What do you think about carrots?
I love carrots, but I don't think they're sexy.
No?
No.
They're not phallic?
They can be.
I've actually been in the supermarket and I've seen many women spend a long time because they always have the cucumbers and the carrots right in the same area, I noticed.
So what are you implying?
So you'll see them back and forth like carrots, cucumbers.
They're two different vegetables.
I don't know, but they have both very similar shapes.
But serve two different purposes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like I wouldn't put cucumber in my juice when I juice.
Why not?
I don't like.
What would you do with the cucumber?
Put it in a salad.
Oh, you put it in your salad?
Yeah.
Or you toss your salad with the cucumber?
No, I would slice the cucumber into my salad, but the carrot I would put in the juice.
I don't know. I like noshing on carrots, actually.
I do too, but I don't think it's sexy because it has so much debris in your mouth you can't talk. The pieces fly out of your mouth.
I think that's kind of sexy. I think it's sexy when you like sit down and you're on a date and you're chewing and food's flying out. I think
You
you're
think
sending
that's
a
sexy?
message, especially if you
What
see, like,
message are you sending?
You can see like, the woman's power and she's like,
What message are you sending?
Because it just shows that a woman is not inhibited when she has a cucumber. I mean, not cucumber, but a
gross.
carrot. No?
That's gross.
All right. So if you regularly nibble on some carrots, a la Bugs Bunny, you might get some loving action. I'm telling you, I think it's great. I think when a man sees a woman with a carrot, she's like, I think that's kind of sexy.
I gotta try that.
Yes. Just like they nourish your body, carrots can do great things for you in the bedroom, like leaving you energetic. They increase your energy because they have B vitamins in them. A new carrot and cardamom ice cream has been found to increase sexual desire.
Carrots and ice cream?
Yes. No, it says carrot and cardamom ice cream has been known to increase sexual desire.
That's a new one on me.
Cardamom is also a great spice.
All right.
Why are you looking at me like that, Chella?
I'm not looking at you.
I noticed that. Like your hair was standing in just now, and then like your blinged out heart started like going like doing the wave.
Stop.
Yes.
So there you have it. Carrots, honey.
Carrots, honey, oyster, figs, almonds, and bananas. Ripe bananas.
With
ones with
spots
spots
on
them.
them. I
Gotta have
like it
spots.
without the spots.
Oh my God, so many people, let me tell you something. So many people are fooled by visually what they see because the food manufacturers or the supermarkets have completely duped us.
They taste different when they have spots on them. I don't like the
They
taste.
taste sweeter.
I like them without the spots.
You know that old saying, the sweeter the berry, the
no,
darker
the darker the berry, the sweeter
the darker the juice, the berry's better. What?
We're going to go to a commercial. Don't forget to give us a call and give us your most hottest experience that you've done in the name of love. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
I am Tom Mealy for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind, and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
Welcome.
Go ahead, body mechanic. Take over. You got used to me not being here 2 weeks.
Why are you winking at me?
I'm not winking at you.
You got some pine pollen on your teeth. All right, go ahead, Chella.
No, you do it.
No, ladies first.
I don't remember what camera I'm on. You do it.
That's your camera right there.
Welcome back to Body
No,
Shop
Chella,
TV.
right there.
Welcome back. Stop it.
It's that one. One by that beautiful woman right there.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella.
And I am the very shy body mechanic NYC.
And I'd like to welcome our special guest, Wanza Leftwich. Welcome to Body Shop TV, Wanza. Wanza is the author of a book called Faith and Fertility. And
The double F's.
2 F's. He's been talking about you all week, Wanza. He said, how do you say her name?
I've been thinking about fertility and faith all week. Yes.
Yes, he has.
It's a perfect marriage.
Yes, it is. So talk to us. Where you come from, where are you now, and where are you going?
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Big up, me too. Whoop, whoop.
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm an author. I was raised in Brooklyn, New York, schooled in Brooklyn and everything, and went to school, all that. Fast forward to a few years ago when I couldn't have children. And the doctor said I couldn't have children. So basically I went through a few years of infertility, which is basically when you can't conceive naturally or normally in under 12 months or so. So what happened, I went through various tests, surgery, different things like that. And
Surgery also?
yeah, surgery.
What type? You had five?
It was laparoscopic surgery to see what was wrong because I went through 6 months of pain. 6 months of pain, unbearable pain, like couldn't walk pain. The week before the menstrual cycle, it would be so unbearable that I was teaching at the time, so some of my students would have to like take me to class, or I would be out for a week of school.
Did
So
you,
of
do
course,
you have endometriosis?
that's what they thought I had, but I didn't have that. They actually didn't see endometriosis, but when they went in, they saw 2 polyps in my uterus. The doctor said that that shouldn't have caused the pain, but once they took it out, I didn't have any more pain.
Interesting.
So we really don't know what it was, but I know it was 6 months of unbearable pain. And so after that, I did a lot of praying, did a lot of soul searching and trying to really see what was going on as far as body-wise. And I just began to do some different things.
Like what?
I changed my diet.
What was it like before you changed it?
My diet? It was basically, I guess, like the average diet, junk food, fast food.
The average diet,
Hold on a
junk
second.
food?
Can you be more specific so that our listeners understand?
Fast food, burgers, French fries, pizza.
Burger King?
Burger King,
Pizza Hut?
McDonald's.
I love Pizza
McDonald's?
Hut.
Yes.
I love that.
I mean, I love McDonald's.
Me too, girl. I keep it real.
You know what?
I love McDonald's.
You better stop it.
I love
You must go when I'm not
McDonald's.
around.
Give me a high five, Wanza.
No, hold on a second. Not to cut into your story, but just I'm going to take 30 seconds to share something.
Sure.
This week on the news, they announced that Subway was putting plastic in their bread.
Really?
It's also in McDonald's bread. Plastic, the same thing that's in your yoga mat. Assalamu alaikum on the mat, rub, grip. Same things are in your bread.
I believe it.
That's only one of the few companies that came out because all of them use it in their bread. And how much bread do we consume as
lot.
African Americans?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
So let's keep rolling.
Well, at least plastic, we know plastic is digested.
Well, we do
You
know that.
You better Shelly, you can't even make a joke about that. You know how many kids right now are eating that garbage?
I know, but it's true. We digest it.
Yeah.
Listen, we all go to restaurants. What is the first thing you see on the table? What's the first thing they bring to you?
Bread.
What else is on the table? Crackers.
Crackers.
More white bread, right?
Right.
And then the next thing we bring out, let's bring our drinks out. What do people bring to the table?
Soda.
Juices. You don't see any water. You see all that stuff.
Well, they stopped the water lately.
You stopped water lately?
They stopped.
They stop. You have
You
to
have
ask
to
for
request for the water
Yeah, of
to be on the
course.
table now.
Yeah, that has to do with the pharmaceutical industry because, see, the less water you drink, the more pills you need. But let's
That's true.
Let's continue with the journey.
it. All right, so you had a normal diet before you changed it.
Basically.
Okay, cool.
A normal, average diet. So I changed my diet to whole grains, less bread, no meat.
You cut meat out?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Like beef, pork, you know,
Okay.
meats that a lot of people avoid. And did a lot of praying. I did a couple of things. Basically what God instructed me to do. I'm in church. I'm a minister. And I wasn't a minister then, but I just did what he told me to do, and then I began to speak what people would call affirmations or confessions over my body because I didn't know what was wrong. The doctors couldn't tell me exactly what was wrong, why I couldn't have kids. We went through multiple tests, different things, and we actually signed up to do in vitro fertilization, which my husband said, no, let's just wait. And we canceled our appointment twice. And basically about 6 months of that, I was pregnant. After that, I was pregnant.
How did you feel after you changed your diet?
Felt great.
Did you feel better?
Absolutely better.
Okay.
How much water do you drink?
How much water do I drink now?
Compared to back then?
Well, back then I was just like drinking water all day long. Drinking a lot of water, taking vitamins. I did B12.
So this is when you changed. This is when you had your transformation with your food. Okay. All right. So you changed a lot of things with your body.
But you used to drink a lot of water. How much you drink now?
Now I don't drink as much as I should. I am, but I try to drink a couple of bottles a day. I try.
So what else do you drink besides that?
On bad days,
On a
soda.
bad day. Soda.
Soda, juice. But but what happens is I have 2 children now.
Congratulations.
And thank
Yes.
you. I have 2 children. I miscarried in between both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I miscarried one. But what I did notice, every time I changed my diet, I got pregnant. I'm not a doctor. I can't prove
That's
it.
music to body mechanics' ears, girl.
But really,
I can't prove it. I don't have any science behind it.
no, but you know what
But
you did.
I know what I did.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? Were you ever on birth control pills?
I was for about 3 months. For about 3 months and went off.
At what point?
At the beginning of my marriage, beginning of 2003.
Interesting.
For about
right?
3 months, and I went off because, I thought we'll wait a year to have kids, and I said, let's have them right away. But it didn't work out like that.
Did you breastfeed?
I did for a couple of months.
Awesome.
That's it.
We'll talk. I wanted to finish with the story. Then we can talk about it.
So, like I was saying, I have 2 kids now, but I know that each time I became pregnant, even with the child that I lost, I changed my diet right before then. Because one of my friends, she always jokes, she's like, oh, you're about to get pregnant, you're losing weight again. Because I would shed like 30 pounds, blood pressure would be better, everything would be better, then boop, pregnant. So.
Isn't that interesting?
And how did you eat during the pregnancy?
The pregnancy, I ate fairly the same way. My church, actually with my first daughter, we did the Daniel fast, which is basically no meat, whole grains, vegetables, legumes, beans, things like that. No sweets, no high fructose corn syrup, nothing artificial, no sugar.
Do you hear? She's her own doctor. You're your own doctor.
So we did that fast right before I got pregnant. And then while I was pregnant, when I found out we were pregnant, we did it once. We did it the first week of the month for 7 months. So basically, my whole pregnancy with my first child was basically the Daniel fast.
Was everyone in your family doing it? Your husband too?
My husband doesn't.
Wow.
Actually, my church, we just came off of it in January.
Let me ask you something. How come you don't do it all the time?
Because you go back into old habits. But what I haven't noticed, my husband and I, we were talking about it this year, to actually cut, if not do the Daniel fast all the time, to do it most of the time. To scale back considerably as far as like meat intake.
How old are your children?
7 and 3.
Because I want to share something with you, my friend.
And they do it too, actually.
Because right now, you are setting up your children's health journey for the rest of their lives, and they're learning from you. And when you go back and forth, you're not creating consistency. But understand this, your health is directly linked to what you consume. And you know that time and time again.
Right.
So, I had a very grave illness until I learned about food, and I am just like the health Nazi now. You feel better, you sleep better, your body loves you more, you learn to connect with your body, because a lot of those poison foods disconnect us from our bodies.
You're absolutely right.
This is
And
even
my
better
children,
than I
they
expected it
love-
to be, because this is really, really great. This
See,
is really
I told you, body
What?
mechanic.
I'm getting a little
And my-
chill right
my
now. I
children
think I need a
actually-
witness. So, don't get me started.
Well, Wanza, do you work?
Yes, I do.
Do you find it challenging to maintain the Daniel diet fast when you're working, like during the day?
With the Daniel fast, you have to be prepared. It's the easiest, the most frustrating thing is to be unprepared on the Daniel fast. So what we do, you have to go shopping, you have to cook, have to prepare your meals.
It takes rhythm.
Yeah, it takes planning
Discipline.
and discipline. But once you get into it, you really get into it. Like you carry fruit. Like my kids are really good. They'll eat. Like I have one daughter, she doesn't like chocolate. The oldest one, she doesn't like chocolate. She doesn't like bread. My kids will eat broccoli. They will eat a salad.
Oh. How old is she?
7 and 3. My kids eat salad.
Your daughter's 7?
7.
We should have her on the show. I would love for her to be on the show and talk about that. That is so important. I'm
because
serious.
we did the Daniel fast in January with the church, and like at school I didn't really monitor her. I let her eat what she wanted to eat, but at home she had to follow the plan. She followed the plan at home, and so she knew. She's like, Mom, 21 days. We gotta do this 21 days, and even the little one. She said
that?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Even
I'm getting chills right now.
Even the 3-year-old knew. Excuse me, we weren't doing meat. She's like, Mom, no chicken today. No chicken today.
Wow.
We got to do vegetables and.
So you talk about this into your congregation and stuff like that? People that
I'm not sure.
Oh my
Wanza,
God.
where's your church located?
It's located. We have Full Effect Gospel Ministries in Brooklyn, New York, 900 New Lots Avenue. And my bishop is Bishop Archie L. McInnes II, which he's actually my oldest brother.
Is he healthy?
Is he healthy? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's actually getting ready to go back on. He started again, the gym, the health, the fitness. You know, sometimes life tries to take over and you go back to your comfort food.
Right.
But, you know, you see the results.
Has your
So,
church ever had anyone to come and speak about wellness?
We had a wellness seminar. I think we had one last year. But we do have people come in every now and again to speak on it. He speaks on it just because it is important.
Does your church have a lot of grass area?
No. No, we're right in the city. We're right in the city.
Where in the city?
Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn. But we have a location also in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We have a new cathedral out there as well.
Really?
So, yeah,
They got some land out there.
There's a lot of land out there.
Well, we don't have any. It's in the city too. But
Oh, really?
yeah.
You know, one of our goals are, not to segue from you, because we're going to get into your book in a second,
No problem.
is that our goal is to take churches and tell them to put their money where their mouth is and take that money and start thinking about organic farming, because this is the only
Okay.
way that we are going to be able to protect ourselves against our environment. Because the black congregations, 90% of those people are on drugs. And I don't mean like cocaine and marijuana.
Right,
I'm talking
right.
about allopathic drugs, which are actually worse. And no one is getting healthier. You understand what I'm saying? And I
understand.
see that as we walk around. We see a lot of children, and children get it. They really do. They don't have all those distractions like we do. They don't have the stresses. So that's the best time to learn. And not only that, I find that working through children, I've been able to help more parents, because parents want to make sure they take care of their kids.
Right.
And children will eat what's provided.
Right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Because with my daughters, they, you know, some people are so surprised. They eat fruit. If I go into the grocery store, I have to avoid the produce section because they have to weigh it. My kids want to eat it right now.
Wow.
My 3-year-old wants a banana. I'm like, no.
That is
They
so
want
awesome.
They eat
Okay,
cherry
I tell you,
tomatoes like
I'm
it's,
jumping in my seat right now. I'm like, I feel like I had a banana.
they eat cherry tomatoes like it's grapes. Lettuce, salad. That's not a problem.
Do you know those are the best things for breakfast? Better than any cereal. Did you know that? Children should not eat cereal.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from the show today, but
No,
we'll talk
no,
about
that's
another
fine.
time. But the deal is, that cereal aisle in every supermarket, we should put an atomic bomb and blow it up. It's the leading cause of disease in this country. And so many kids take Ritalin and have ADHD because of Lucky Charms and Cocoa Puffs and Chocula and
Count Chocula.
and yeah, whatever, and Honey Nut Cheerios.
My favorite are Captain Crunch.
I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
I even see people giving their
Oh,
little
yeah.
babies.
I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
I see people giving their kids Cheerios. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Because the food manufacturers are putting all kinds of things in there to get your kids to continue consuming their product. They do not care about your health. I always say, if the Cheerio grew on a tree, then I'd be fine with it. But I've never
But
seen
it
one yet.
doesn't.
And when I do,
It doesn't.
So, Wanza, when we come back from break, we're going to talk more about your book.
yes.
Sure.
All right? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Holla. Holla some more.
I promise we'll be right back.
With some Snaggle Puffs and some Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times, patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our 2 offices. Thank you.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn? Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure. You'll be happy you did.
Welcome back to Body Shop TV. My name is Chella.
And I am the Body Mechanic NYC.
And we have in the studio with us Wanza Leftwich, who wrote the book Faith and Fertility.
Faith and Fertility.
So tell me, what is the book all about? I read like half of it.
The book is about my journey through infertility and how I overcame it with faith. As I mentioned earlier, the doctor said that I couldn't get pregnant, wouldn't get pregnant without medical science. And the only thing that I could rely on was my faith. So I took the principles of faith in the Bible and I used them. I spoke over my body. I changed my diet. Faith without works is dead. You can have faith, you can say things, but if you don't act on it, you won't see any results.
Right.
So the book basically goes through the different steps that I went through before I became pregnant. And it also talks about the hardship of infertility, how sometimes people don't understand what you're going through. A lot of women get depressed. A lot of women and men get depressed, get anxiety. They suffer from oppression. They just don't want to be around, quote unquote, normal people or pregnant people. And they isolate themselves from the environment, and you don't have to do that. And I actually teach women not to do that because it's, I relate it to if you're in debt. If you're in debt, you don't go around people who are in debt. When you're seeking help, you go to a financial advisor, someone who has it all together.
Right.
So when you're seeking to be pregnant, you shouldn't really be around yourself, by yourself, or you shouldn't go around people who are all infertile. You should be around people who bring life.
Go where you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And most of the time in the infertility community, and I can say that because 1 out of 8 Americans are diagnosed with infertility. So it's millions of women out there who seclude themselves. And we make this huddle online. There are a lot of forums, and we talk about how to get pregnant, why I'm not pregnant, all the different things, and it just brings more depression and more sadness instead of seeking help. And what I try to do, I have a different type of forum where we believe. Say what you want to, you might not believe my God, but it worked for me. And, and I get a lot of criticism sometimes. Well, faith doesn't cure diseases. I beg to differ. I have 2 children now. And I believe that if you take the right steps of faith and truly believe, it's just like anything else. It's like cancer. There are millions of people who've been healed from cancer, different diseases. If you look for a solution, you will find it. And so the book goes into that. Don't hide yourself. Be around people. Don't. So many people are so, I don't want to say this in a,
just say it.
Selfish. A lot of infertile women are selfish, and I was one. You get an invitation to a baby shower, I'm not going. I can't have kids. That's selfish. That's been your best friend for 20 years. Now she has children,
Right.
and you don't want to be her friend because you can't have what she has.
Jealousy.
But you're not thinking, if I help her on her journey, then help will come when it's
Right.
my turn. And you don't, a lot of people don't go to the next step in infertility. You're thinking, I can't have kids, but you want kids. So if you deny every invitation to a baby shower, birthday parties, Mother's Day dinners, that's like the worst. Some people even say, don't go to church, it's Mother's Day. That's ridiculous to me because this is what you want. You want to be a mother, so why not celebrate mothers? What you do for one, that's what normally comes back to you. Some people call it karma. I don't call it karma. You reap what you sow. And you have to, if this is really what you want, you have to take the pill, swallow it, and bite the burden of the sadness, of the depression. I teach women how not to be depressed, how to get your joy back, how to live while you're trying to conceive, because most people are dying on the inside. They have abilities in them. They will need to write books. They want to go back to school. They can start businesses, but they won't do it because of one aspect of their life is dead. So you create a whole life that's barren when you don't have to. One aspect of your life is not working. 95% of it is. So you need to move in that 95% to this 5%, catch up with the rest. And that's what I do. And that's what the book is about.
You say that you teach. Where do you teach and what
I
curriculum?
teach online. I have a course. It's called Want to Have a Baby. It's an e-course. You can download it. It's on my website, wanzaleftwich.com. And it teaches you the principles that I went through. It's about 7 lessons, 6 modules that you can go through. It's a short lesson. Then there's it goes along with the book. You get the book with the download, and you have a worksheet. You have assignments to do. And basically, the assignment is faith in actions. It's something simple as send a card to a pregnant woman, because that shows your appreciation.
Create that community.
Right, and it shows your appreciation for what you really want.
That's awesome.
I understand the faith portion, because at the end of the day, we always need community, because it is all about people and, of course, all about the Creator. But this you can't deny. Without those changes that you did physically with your body, as far as what you were taking in, that really, really was a big impact on the ability for you.
And that was a part. Changing your diet is a part of faith.
Right.
Anything that you do, anything that you just totally turn around in your life by taking a chance and you don't even know if it's going to work, that's faith.
Right.
You know?
Like I took a
That's
chance with Body Mechanic, hosting a TV show.
Right.
That was faith.
And
I
it's
stepped
working
out on
out.
faith, and I took action.
Right.
And here we are.
Exactly.
Let me drink some money. Started from the bottom down with here. Sorry.
So, and that's what people don't realize is, sometimes we try to separate it. Oh, it's a medical disease. Infertility is a disease. It is recognized as a disease in this country. It is a disease. I'm not trying to belittle it at all.
Do you really think it's a disease?
That's what it is, recognized as a disease.
What do you believe?
If you want to call it a disease, it can be a disease. I think it is, I don't know if I would call it a disease.
That's my point, because it's
I don't know if I
disorder?
would, because I'm not sure, because I don't really, honestly, I don't really deal too much on the medical side, because I don't really have trust in the medical side.
What she just said is huge.
And I don't, because even when I teach, I tell people straight up, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not going to say you're going to have a baby in 6 months. I'm not going to do that. Let me put the disclaimer out here. I can't. Right. So, but if it is a disease like cancer and just other diseases, and there are appropriate steps, there have been people who've been healed from cancer. I saw a
You found the cure, obviously, for infertility.
I saw a YouTube video where the man, he juiced, and he drank gallons of carrot juice, and that shrank some of the cancerous cells. Yeah, in his body, and after 4 months, he was completely cancer-free. So there are things I don't have the science backing, but it worked for him. And I would never tell him, if I was struck with cancer, I'm going to find that video and I'm going to follow what he did.
You just call the body shop. We'll do that.
Or I'm going to call.
Well, you know what's so funny?
So,
you are onto something so huge because the deal is this. You took the initiative and you figured out what your problem is. Understand this about allopathic medicine. What it is, it's a mental game. When you hear the word disease, you don't think that you can get out of it and you can fix it.
Right.
But disease is man-made. You understand? Through nature, thousands of years we lived by eating food.
Right.
So what's different with now? The deal is, when they give you a pill, it never fixes you. It keeps you with the condition, and you take the pill until your final days.
It maintains.
What you did was, you started eating food, and your body healed itself. You have your own cure. So that disease is out the window. Disease is a mindset. It's a mindset. And when people hear the word disease, they think they can't fix themselves.
I can agree with that.
Absolutely.
I can agree with that because disease puts you in another mind frame. It puts you into terminal.
Causes
it puts
stress.
you into finality, stress.
Right, the end of the road.
Right. And it causes you to have no hope.
And we are just getting started.
We're just.
You know what I'm saying, sister? That's
I
right.
preached that a couple of weeks
no,
ago.
I know. This is really awesome. I'm so glad you're here sharing your story with
and
us.
I have a few ladies in my group. I have a Facebook group, Christian Infertility Support Group, and they're getting pregnant.
That's awesome. How can someone get a copy of your book?
They can go to it's on Amazon.com, Faith and Fertility.
And I love purple.
Thank you. And those are my kids. Those are actually them. And you can also go to my website, wanzaleftwich.com.
Say that again.
www.wanzaleftwich.com.
I'm sorry.
Or you can Google me, and it'll come right up in Amazon. Amazon or in Google.
Wanza Leftwich.
Wanza. Wanza.
Wanza, can I get a witness? What's up?
So, but I just believe. I believe God, and I'm a believer, so I come from that standpoint. And, like you said, is it a disease? The Bible says he heals all our diseases. So when I read that, I'm like, well, this is not too hard, And then there were so many women in the Bible who were barren. Sarah, Rachel, Hannah. And, if I'm a believer, I have to stand by that word. And that's my area. I encourage believers. I mean, if you don't believe what I believe, okay, that's fine.
Right.
But I know that if I follow this word, if it worked for them, it's supposed to work for me.
But more importantly, what you did was you took action.
Right. Faith without works is dead. Faith without action,
at all.
Right,
Absolutely.
is dead.
And that's the key.
And you'll remain in the same spot. I mean, you can't get new information and stay the old way. I mean, you can get new information.
That's the definition of insanity, expecting change and doing the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Wanza, are there a lot of women in your church that you've been able to help?
In my church, there's actually one woman. Her daughter is 2. She just turned 2. There's a woman in my church. There's women around the city that have gotten the book, or they go on my fan page. I send out encouraging messages every day. So there's a few women in New York. One of my best friend, they actually told her that she would have trouble having children because she had holes in her uterus. She had 2 major surgeries, but her baby is 3 months.
Wow.
So
how does she have holes in her uterus? Who did that?
Surgery.
Don't even get me started. I just want to go in. Check this out, because it doesn't normally happen. But let me tell you something, folks. This book is a must get, because this will stimulate and get you moving in the right direction. Not only that, trust me, infertility drugs and doctors will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you'll be nowhere further than you were when you started.
Infertility treatments
And how much is the book?
expensive.
How much is the book?
I believe it's on Amazon now for $7.99.
$7.99, $100,000. You do the math, please. Thank you so much.
It's no more than $10. I think it's $7.99
That's my point.
now.
Our mutual friend Teresa Hart brought us together, and I'm so grateful for her. She's brought us other guests to come on the show, and she's got the great vision to pick and choose.
I love Teresa.
The right people. We love her.
Teresa.
And she comes from a point where she had to take chemotherapy, which is toxic, which I'm totally against. But I believe that now, with a lot of recent influence from the Body Shop, She's now going to begin doing coffee enemas. She's changed her diet already. She's drinking more
Right.
water. So, I applaud her for her efforts, and I
Yes.
applaud her for sharing her fruitful people with us.
Teresa's awesome.
She is.
She's awesome.
She's a beautiful
Teresa-
woman.
Teresa's also one of my clients. She's awesome.
And hopefully most of us, we can be beacons and we can help
Not an
millions.
infertility client.
I was just going to say, she had
Let
a
me
baby.
make that straight.
I was just going to say,
No,
really?
I also help writers independently publish.
Oh,
so she's
nice.
one of my
Okay.
writing
Her
clients.
book.
Wow.
Why is your book so thin? Why didn't you?
Because it's potent.
Okay, Body Mechanic.
That's why. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to
Wanza
go in.
Actually, well, to be honest, when I wrote it back a few years ago, I didn't think it would go as far as it would. I wrote it to just encourage, to write. I'm a writer, so I should be writing. Wrote it to encourage, to make a couple of dollars on the side, but I'm building a platform out of it.
And it's also therapy.
yeah.
Writing.
Writing is therapy.
I love the fact that
but
it's coupled with your teachings online. That's awesome.
Yes, you do get the book. If you order the course Want to Have a Baby, you get the book in the course, and you read the book along with the course. I mean, the course is very short, and then this media culture, sometimes our time spans are not so there, so it is short. But I do have another book that's coming out the 1st of April. It's called Open My Womb. So it's a collection of stories of women who are connected to me, who have children now or who are pregnant now. So a couple of
That's
testimonials.
So is that book just for women of color, or can all women use it?
All women can use it.
Oh, now can I get another witness? Oh, I could have. Oh, definitely. That's right, folks. All women are the same, regardless of the color.
All women.
Thank you. Okay. So
No, all women can use it.
know, I'm
So I
pretty
have the Open My Womb series. I'm going to do at least 4 or 5 books in that series.
Wow.
And then at the end of the year in October, I'll be going on tour.
See, she's giving you.
Excellent.
She's giving you a taste.
Very nice. Give us your website again.
It's www.wanza with a Z, Z-A, Leftwich, Leftwich.com.
Is that a German name?
It's a
I hear the
Jewish
finger.
name.
His
It
favorite
probably
people.
may be German. I'm sorry. Did I put the finger?
No,
That's my husband's name.
I was kidding.
It's my husband's
You know the
name,
body mechanic, I
Leftwich.
just play it. I don't have any evil in my body. I don't even know how to be mean. Serious. I just play with you.
Yeah.
I just trying to make your point there. You get serious.
So will you include the body shop as part of your tour in the fall?
Sure.
We're a little shy.
Yeah, we're just
not
a
shy at all.
nobody.
You know what? Maybe
Unless I use some beat pop.
But I'm also doing like some teleclasses, some teleconferences. So maybe you could come on one of them and
I feel my heart jump just again.
and talk about the health. Because a lot of what's happening too, a lot of women are suffering with PCOS, and as soon as they change their diet, PCOS goes away. So diet has a lot to do with infertility, a lot to do with it.
You know
and
what?
I'm saying, like, if you change your diet for 2 to 3 months, if you really want to have a baby, and even if you don't believe the faith part, and she's a Jesus person, yes, I am. But even if you don't believe that part, there's proof in what I did. I
That's
have
right.
2 kids now.
That's right.
And you can't deny
Hey.
that. You may deny my God and my faith, but you can't deny that I have 2 children now.
Love
So-
Jesus. Don't love Jesus. Action speaks louder than
Their
words.
words, right.
Your journey worked for you, and it
It
can work
worked.
for a lot of other people.
Exactly.
I am a fan
Especially
of yours.
those who believe the way I
Absolutely.
believe.
Do you want more children, Wanza?
I do. I
6
want a
more?
boy.
I'm sorry. It's good.
That's funny because
Yeah, I said that.
I
number,
thought
right?
about that.
I bet you did.
I
That's
thought
a
about
team. That's
6
like a
more.
farm team.
Yeah, my husband is very into basketball. But I've actually thought about having that many more, but I said, I don't know how you're going to do that, Lord. I'm 40 now.
When there's a will, there's a way.
But he can do whatever he wants.
Let me share
You
something
know,
with
I'm
When
not
your
going to
body
deny
is-
him.
When your body is healthy, it's amazing what your body can do. And I always say this story. There are people out there who are 500, 600 pounds, but they still live. The body's amazing. When you could meet it halfway, you give it a little bit of what it's supposed to do, it's always trying to heal you.
Yeah, definitely.
God doesn't make imperfection.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, this is the perfect organism. You give it, just meet it halfway. You give a little this, and notice when you start eating well, how good you feel.
Exactly.
It affects your relationships with God and your family.
Exactly. You better preach.
Who, me? Can I get a witness, girl?
Well.
Don't get me started. I'll be on the podium with my hat on. What's up today? Huh? What's up? They probably like my big pants.
Even with the Daniel fast, it says that when they didn't eat the king's meat, and they only did it for 10 days, they looked 10 times better
Wanza, I
than
want to thank
those who ate the regular meals.
Wanza, I want to thank you for being a guest here at Body Shop TV.
Thank you for having me.
Really enjoyed having you. And I
Absolutely
know that
awesome.
the body
Enjoyed being
mechanic, as much as he was looking forward to meeting you, he's extremely pleased that you were here today.
I am.
So
I am.
enjoyed
You
being
are
here.
a complete
Thank
home
you.
run.
we definitely want to have you back in the fall when you're on your tour.
Awesome.
Cool beans.
Yes. And we look forward to seeing you at Touch and Serve because we
Oh,
probably
yeah,
sell
yeah.
at least 50 of those books.
Yeah, that's this Monday in Melville.
And you know what's cool about the size of your book? Most people don't have any time in New York.
Right.
People don't want to read through 400 pages. They want to get the message and get it moving.
Right. It's 46 pages.
There you go. 46 pages of love and God.
Body mechanic next week.
Shelly, your heart must be hot because your hands
Yes,
is
it's
chilly.
very hot. Body mechanic next week on Body Shop TV. We are going to have young people in the studio.
Yes.
I teach HIV prevention. I'm having a handful of my students come in and drop it like it's hot.
I can feel your bling through your hand. Go. Keep talking.
So this Monday, Touch Sensorium, just look up everything on our website, bodyshopenterprises.com.
Yes, BodyShopEnterprises.com.
Have an awesome Valentine's weekend, and throughout the week, love hard and kiss long.
And use bananas and honey.
Have a great week.
Ciao, ciao.